Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Excel Essentials series. Today, we'll be looking at simple mathematical operators and basic functions. We'll start by understanding how to perform basic math operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and then we'll move on to some common Excel functions that will save you time and help automate calculations. In Excel, we use mathematical operators to perform arithmetic operations. These are the same operators that you'd use in basic math. The addition, which is the plus sign, is used to add two or more numbers together. The subtraction, which is the minus sign, is used to subtract one number from another. The multiplication sign, which is the asterisk, is used to multiply two or more numbers. And division, which is the forward slash, divides one number by another. So let's look, for example, at the numbers that we have in column C. If we wanted to add up maybe the amount spent on education using the plus sign, always starts with the equal to in Excel, and then of course you click on the cell that you're interested in, and there you have it. For the subtraction, the same thing. Always start with an equal sign, and then you're able to do one cell minus the other cell. For multiplication, the same thing. You select one cell, add your asterisk, add another cell. Also, if you have numbers that you want to feed in, for example, let's try with the division and say that I want to just do a simple 1,500 divided by 7. Okay, so there you go. Excel follows the order of operations known as PEMDAS, that is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. This means that Excel will calculate expressions inside the parentheses first, followed by exponents, then multiplication and division, and finally addition and subtraction. So, for example, if we have, let's say in cell H3, we have open bracket 3 plus maybe 5, okay, close bracket multiplied by 2. Once you put your equal sign first, what Excel does is to do 3 plus 5, which is 8, and then you multiply that by 2 to get 16. If we do not put the parentheses, repeat that, what Excel will give us is 13, because Excel will say deal with 5 times 2 first and then add 3, which will give us 13. Now let's move to Excel functions. Functions, like we talked about last time, are pre-built formulas in Excel that allow you to perform common tasks without writing complex formulas. And some of the most commonly used functions are the sum, which adds up a range of numbers, the average, which calculates the average of a range of numbers. We have the mean, which represents minimum. We have the max, which represents maximum. The mean and the max are used to find the minimum and maximum values in a range, respectively. And then we also have the count, which is used to count the number of cells that contain numbers in a range. So there's a range of cells. Count only counts the number of cells that contain numbers. You can use these functions to quickly get results from large data sets, and they are especially helpful when you need to perform repetitive calculations. Let's start with the sum. The sum, you always start your equations or formulas with equal sign. So we want to find the sum of amount spent on education. There you have it. If you want to find the average, amount that was spent in the month of November 2024, according to our data, you just say average of the whole set of cells that you have. If you want to find the minimum value of a set of numbers, again across this whole range of what was spent. Minimum value spent was 1,000 naira, and if we take a closer look, we'll see that it was spent on subscriptions. We also want to find what category was the most expensive. Okay, where did we spend the most? And it was 15,000 naira, which if we can see here was on education. Now we also want to count. So to use the count function, we say equal to count, and we ask to tell us the total amount of things. Okay, let's say like the total amount of items where we recorded in November in this case, and we have 29. If, for example, there are non-numeric values here, you will see that the counts it doesn't record that as well. Okay, so there we go. One of the powerful aspects of Excel is how one can combine mathematical operators and functions together. For example, let us say that you want to find the sum of numbers in maybe cell C2 to C6, for example, but you only want to do it after subtracting maybe 1,000 from each of the numbers. What we can do is to say equal to sum, since I want to know the sum, but then I want to deduct 1,000, say minus 1,000, and Excel has done it for you. You can also use functions like average. So you say if you want to perform like a little more complex formulas, you can combine mathematical operators. For example, combining the average of maybe all that was spent on food plus the maximum amount that was spent on shopping, for example. There's some analysis that you want to do like that. So we say um, the average amount spent on food, okay, and we want to add that to the maximum amount spent shopping. So you see, Excel has also been able to do that for you. So the possibilities are endless again once you get comfortable with combining these tools. To recap, today we covered the basic mathematical operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We also explored essential Excel functions like sum, average, minimum, maximum, and count. I encourage you to practice using these operators and functions on your own data sets to get comfortable with them. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.